When you're first told that you need to wear glasses all the time, it's something you can either resist or embrace. And in today's video, I'm going to be showcasing an amazing collection of glasses for a client who really embraced it. So hi, I'm Robert, Style and Vision Consultant here at the Spectacle Factory. It's my job to pair you with your perfect pair of glasses, or in this case, your perfect eyewear wardrobe. People are realizing that just like you would have multiple pairs of shoes and multiple outfits, potentially multiple watches, why wouldn't you have multiple glasses? The idea was to show you how you might build a wardrobe over time, how you might put together different looks, different styles, showcasing some of the very best frames and lens combinations in the world. Before we get into this very special presentation box, let's discuss the three pairs that I have out on display. Number one of, in my opinion, the coolest ever glasses models, the Masanaga Rindo. This features a dual rim in contrasting gold and grey, and the contrast between the shiny gold and the matte grey is just stunning. What Masanaga have essentially done here is they've machined very precisely two titanium frames, so accurately made that they actually lock together. They're not screwed together, they're not fastened together, they're literally just seamless. But it's not just about the frames. The lenses feature photofusion flash technology. More or less clear indoors, albeit with the ruby flash which you see here. It gives them kind of like a pink, purple, red reflection depending on how the light catches them. But the magic here is what happens when you step out into the sun. Under the presence of UV, these lenses will activate into a full sunglass shade. In this case, it's Photofusion Pioneer, which is kind of like a grey-green. Combined with the ruby flash, produces a really beautiful result. The ruby flash is just nice and subtle, and I find that it's actually the most versatile flash coating, and it'll pretty much go with any outfit. And the green is classic as well. You'll see as we go through this collection that this particular client, Nigel, he spec'd almost every pair with photofusion flash technology because he just loves the versatility of it. You get that cool, subtle finish indoors and a beautiful pair of sunglasses outdoors. And the reason why I've kept these three frames aside to begin with is because you can almost live with these three on their own. This is more classic, the Domino from Barton Pereira, another frame that I used to recommend very highly until Barton Pereira were bought out or sold out. Even though it's rectangular, it's still cool. And that's because they got the proportions, not just of the width and height, but the thickness of the acetate just right, especially with the slightly thicker temple. A lighter green like this can be a really tough shade to get right, but I feel like Barton Pereira did here. Just on the edge of easy to wear versus vibrant. So many people think in terms of having one glasses style, but you can see how radically these two are from one another. We still have the green photofusion, but this time it combines with an amber flash. I always think green and gold, very natural pairing. And in some ways this makes a better sunglass compared to the Rindo because you have more coverage. And speaking of a sunglass, what better way to finish off this trio than the Santos de Cartier rimless with adaptive sun blue lenses. The limitation with technologies like photofusion, transitions, etc. is that they don't work in the car. Even the Transitions Extra Active, which claims to work 40 or 50%, is nowhere near a sunglass replacement. You really need 80% or more in certain situations. And that's where adaptive sun comes in. It starts off at a 75% gradient tint, which honestly is really comfortable to wear indoors. You could wear this all day, but step out into the sun and this will become the darkest sunglass in the world, reaching up to 97% tint. That means you get the maximum sun protection, significantly darker than photofusion or transition lenses can get. It will activate to around 85% in the car, which is for most people the sweet spot. Going too dark behind the windscreen would mean reduced visibility if you were to drive into a tunnel or anything like that. Now the blue tint is less than ideal for driving. It's a low contrast color, so it's not the best in that sense, but if you're on the beach or if you're in an urban environment, this is beautiful. The blue is just so peaceful, calming and relaxing to look through. This has a brushed platinum finish with the exposed screws and a shiny metal. In my opinion, and I don't say this often, the modern day interpretation of the Santos de Cartier is the best. It's one of the few Cartier designs that's actually improved over the years. The whole design around the bridge, these metal plates that run down the side of the lens, the shaping here at the lugs, it's just a perfect Cartier frame. So those three pairs are an awesome mini wardrobe in and of themselves, but we've got a lot more to get through. And this for me is really like being in a candy shop. It's like, where do we start? If you were to think of where is the gap in the wardrobe so far, I personally think it would be a slightly more dressy pair, and that's where the white horn cedar Cartier comes in. I knew this one was going to blow you away. I mean, this is, first of all, one of the most iconic, prestigious eyewear designs of all time. It's also a beautiful example because you rarely get a horn as pure white as this. We completed it with a custom geometric shape and faceted edges, quite deep facets, so that when you wear them, it creates that beautiful border around the eyes. That makes these a slightly more dressed up option and it's definitely like a braver choice. As great as all those three pairs are, this one is next level. This is in the top 10 frames of all time in my opinion. And guess what? Again, we have photofusion flash. So you'll see by now there is a theme. This client loves the ruby flash. We paired this with a burgundy photofusion. What you're gonna see as the photofusion comes out is that those faceted edges stand out even more. It creates even more of a border around the eyes. Looks exquisite. The feel of the buffalo horn, honestly, nothing can replicate that. They just glide on and they just glide off, and it's an event every time you take them out. Now, it's worth sticking around to the end because we do have a very rare, very limited edition Cartier model, which we'll finish the video with. Next up, we have a more practical option. The Reykjavik Eyes Gotti. It's the one that's most comfort orientated because these frames are like virtually weightless. This is actually a very rare model from Reykjavik Eyes where they have titanium temples and an acetate front. Kind of a narrow navigator, so very good for people with smaller heads that want that kind of look. Blue gradient acetate that fades down to like an amber color at the bottom. In this case, we went with a simple gray photofusion. And what's interesting about that is how it shifts the color of the ruby at the same time. Not completely true red, it's still got that iridescence to it, but definitely more red tones here. You know, this time of year when it's summer, grey actually can be quite nice because it's got a cooling effect. It just makes you feel cooler behind your lenses. Now, glasses that look as luxurious as this don't necessarily have to have a luxury price tag. And that's one reason why Gast is one of my most recommended brands, because these frames don't look out of place in this collection. But what if I told you they were a quarter the price of everything else, at least quarter the price of everything else that you've seen so far? In some cases, like a 10th or 20th of the price. But under $200, you can get a high-end acetate frame, well-designed and handcrafted from Gast in Milan. This one is the Segno, which is a more typical shape. It's not as adventurous as some of the Gast shapes, but it's still distinct. I'm going to be talking about Gast a lot more in upcoming videos. You honestly can't get better for even double or triple the amount that these cost. How many things in how many industries can you say that about a particular product? So just like the Rindo, we have Photofusion Pioneer and Ruby Flash combination. But it's interesting because it still looks totally different in this frame, given that it's a different material, different shape, and different color. A photofusion flash lens takes roughly 30 seconds to activate in the sun, and roughly around 2 minutes to deactivate when you come back indoors. I would always say if you're going for photofusion, pair it with a flash. It provides more sun protection by reflecting light away from your eyes. Now, this is just one of 2 Gast frames that Nigel has in his collection. Here we have Adaptive Sun Brown. Adaptive Sun Brown is my go-to choice for sunglasses because it's so versatile. It's great in winter, it's great in summer, it's great for driving, it's great urban, it's great in nature. It's just the best all-round color, in my opinion, if you're going to have one pair of sunglasses. Pair it with the Ruby Flash and it takes on a unique character as well. I'm not surprised that Nigel opts for Ruby Flash on basically every single pair. I think every pair inside this box has the Ruby Flash. For me, it's by far the nicest coating. It'll have gone to probably not 97%, but close to around 90%, and you should start to see the Ruby Flash showing even more now. A little on the heavier side, but a lot of people don't mind that. A lot of people actually want a chunky, bold sunglass. We have 2 more very underrated pairs from Masanaga. First of all, the Altair, which I recommend so often because the balance of the titanium temples and the acetate front is just perfect. It comes in 2 different sizes, it comes in a bunch of different color combinations, and it's a great practical choice that's easy to wear, looks stylish, is particularly special thanks to the engravings on the temple. Occasionally you get one of those frames that's just a perfect all-rounder. Again, we got the Ruby Flash and Photofusion, but this one, the Saf, is actually one of the rarest Masanaga models, and it's very understated compared to most Masanaga. A gorgeous detail here is this acetate inlay within the titanium temple, and the way that it's sculpted and shaped is actually very difficult to do with titanium. Finishing off with the floral emblem of Masanaga at the enter, and we actually have a hand engraved titanium bridge on the inside. This is all one piece of titanium that's screwed in rather than the nose pads being welded on. Way more durable that way, but also takes way more craftsmanship. That bridge is actually engraved, even though basically no one is ever going to know it's there or see it. That is Masanaga in a nutshell. That just says it all. And when these lenses activate in the sun, the contrast between the frame and the lens gives it way more style than it would if it just had a traditional like grey transitions. Almost at the end now, and another frame that I speak very highly of all the time is the Rubosquet from Arlem. I feel like this collection was probably missing in Arlem. Arlem has a very different design philosophy to some of the other brands. More style orientated, so they're not maybe the best in terms of quality, not the best in terms of craftsmanship. Those things are still there, but in terms of looks, I think the Rubosquet is just perfect. This geometric top rim that's rounded at the bottom, and in blue, especially this blue, which is called Indigo Light, a very wearable color actually. And as ever, Photofusion again in grey and ruby. Now, I told you I was saving the best until last, and this is definitely the rarest until last. If you thought that buffalo horn was special, this is even more so. It's actually a limited edition folding rimless frame. That means that this has what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different hinges that all fold, so that this becomes a pocketable rimless sunglass. And okay, the shape is quite classic, but I think that's part of the look as well, because this pair was always meant to be more vintage inspired. We still actually have 1 or 2 of these in stock. We don't advertise it, but they are available. You could customize the shape, but I actually think it works with this What do you think? Let us know in the comments below. We already had Adaptive Sun in blue and brown. Now we have Adaptive Sun in green. Again, with the ruby flash, of course. And that rounds out the collection. Simply something for every occasion, for every outfit. What do you think of this eyewear wardrobe? How would you do it differently? And which of the pairs do you think is best?